Morning, guys. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, sunny, and it's a good day for me to work on my motorcycle. These are my two bikes, the Scout Bobber 2019 and the Indian Springfield 2017. So I'm going to be working on the Springfield today. I'm going to do some speaker upgrades. So I already have the Indian saddlebag audio kit, and I hooked that up. There's a video showing you how to install that. I'll link it in the description. It works pretty well, actually. It's pretty loud, but nothing beats speakers from the front, which I don't currently have. So when I'm traveling slightly fast without a windshield, it kind of gets hard to hear. So I thought I'll add a couple of speakers in the front. I don't want to add it to the handlebar. I wanted that kind of to look clean, so I decided to add speakers on the crash bar. So I'm gonna add one speaker there and one speaker on the other side, and I'm gonna just walk you through that process. So I'm gonna put a few more electric accessories. So I'm gonna install this speaker, the Boss Audio MC 425BA. It comes in black, and it comes in, I think, like a gray as well. It's got a built-in amplifier, so there's no separate amp unit, which is good because I like to keep it clean. It's 600 watts, which I figure should be enough because I got speakers in the back as well. Since I want audio to play out of both the saddlebag speakers as well as these ones, and I wanted to connect to my phone via Bluetooth, I don't want any messy wires. I'm gonna install this as well, which is a Bluetooth audio controller, and this is gonna go on my handlebar. This is the controller from MTX. Here it is. I think it is the Mud BTRC. That's the model. And instead of hooking them up like with fuses and stuff all over, I also have a wireless phone charger, which I love. It's from Quadlock, along with the Quadlock mount. And this is great because I can charge my phone even in the rain. No wires hanging and stuff. It works pretty great. So I got a bunch of electric accessories. I got the speakers, I got my wireless charger. I'm gonna add more speakers, and I'm gonna add a Bluetooth controller, and in the future I may add a dash cam, which I don't have right now, but I may add that. So I thought I'll make the investment and buy this Amplink power distribution module by Rowe Electronics, and I'll talk you through that later as well. So this is basically, it's one module that you can wire all your electric accessories to, and it is electronically programmable. So there's an app for your Android phone or iPhone, and you can program what amperage you need in each outlet. This is great because it eliminates the need for fuses. You don't need to have fuses for every single electric accessory. You can program it, and you can even set time delays. I'll talk to you through the app later. Hey guys, okay, I finished wiring everything up. I'll quickly explain how I did it. I'm not going to show you all the details, but this should help. So what I did was I hooked up my Bluetooth controller, which has a ground and a positive for power, and it's got a 3.5mm output jack. So my music comes from my phone, and it's received by this one through Bluetooth, and then the output sound through the 3.5mm jack is then what's powering my front speakers, one here on the other side, as well as my saddlebag speakers. Each set has its own amp, and the way I connected the audio from a single source to both sets of speakers is I just used a 3.5mm audio splitter. So I think it's one male to 2 females, and I've hidden it inside the headlight bucket. So the output comes from the Bluetooth, and one goes to the front set of speakers, and then the other connects to the saddlebag speakers, and both of them have 3.5 mm jacks. So that's how I split the audio from one single source, from my phone to the Bluetooth, split into my front speakers and then my saddlebag speakers. So I'm not gonna show you inside because I took some time to hide it and zip tie everything. The way I powered everything, my Bluetooth, my wireless, as well as my saddlebag speakers, and all my speakers, is I have this Amplink. It's a power distribution module, and what it allows you to do is power all your electric accessories. So it's got six outlets. I only use 3 of them. And so how you do it is, it's got a power positive, which I've connected directly to my battery, the power distribution module. The ground, I've connected it to the ground, which is the frame of my bike. I don't want to connect it to the negative of my battery. I don't want to clutter that up. And then it's got another wire, which is called a trigger wire. And the trigger wire, you need to connect it to a switched power. And so I took that trigger wire and I located my fuse box, and I hooked it up to a switched power with that. And then that's the power distribution module to the bike's power. And then the 6 outlets, all of them are positive. So each of them you can connect to the positive of your accessory. So the positive of outlet 1, I've connected to the positive of my wireless charger. The positive of my positive 2 of this distribution module, I've connected it to my front speakers, the positive of the front speakers, and the positive 3 outlet of this, I've connected it to the positive of my Bluetooth controller. So all of them are powered. The negative of each of these 3 accessories, I've again just grounded it to the frame of the bike. Actually, I've grounded it to inside the headlight bucket. There's a bunch of threaded holes, and I just put a nut and a bolt, and I grounded all of them there. So it's nice and clean, nothing connected to my battery directly. All my accessories are connected to this power distribution module. I'll explain why this is very useful. So other than making it clean and nothing getting hooked directly to the battery, I'll explain it. There's an app that comes with it. So I'll just pause this and I'll resume again. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this power distribution module and how do you set that up programmatically. There's an app that comes with it. So you power on the bike, this Amplink power distribution module powers up, and you can connect it to your phone via Bluetooth. So I've already done that, and then you open this app called Amplink, and it's connected. So you go to setup, and then you can see the 6 outlets, and you can program which accessory you want. So what I've done is outlet 1, I've renamed it to phone so I know what it is. You can set the amperage for that outlet. So I know my phone wireless charger uses a maximum of 2 amps, so I don't want more than that. So I put a 2 amp limit. And you can see this AND trigger, T1. T1 is a trigger wire. My trigger wire, remember, I've connected it to the switched power from the fuse box. So what this does is, only when the bike is powered on and the switched power has power will this accessory get powered. So what this essentially is saying is, hey, power on the accessory only when the bike is powered on, not when the bike is off. So this AND trigger is very good. It also lets you set delays. So I've set a delay of 10 seconds. So I don't want to power on the accessory immediately once the bike is turned on. I want to wait 10 seconds. So this will let me power on the bike first, save that for powering on the bike. So 10 seconds after the bike has been powered on, my wireless charger will come on. And for number 2, I've set it up as my speakers. My speakers had a fuse of 7.5 amps, so I can tell the speakers don't need more than that, or shouldn't have more than that. So I've set a limit of 7.5 amps. And I've set the AND trigger, so they'll only get powered on when the bike is powered on. And just like previously, I've set a delay of 10 seconds. So only power on my speakers 10 seconds after I've powered on the bike. I also, since I can set the amp limit here, I don't need fuses anymore. So I took out the fuse because this will automatically manage that. And I've done the same thing with outlet 3. My Bluetooth controller, it uses very little power, so 1 amp limit. Again, and trigger, so only powered on when the bike is powered on, and again a 10-second delay. And I can show you if I have, for example, in the future I want to add a dash cam to my bike. I can just go to out and I connect it to outlet 4. I can then rename this to dash cam, and say I got that probably is a low amperage, so say I want to put a 2 amp limit on that, and say I want to power on immediately, so I can just remove the and trigger. Actually, I just remove the delay, so 0 seconds. There you go. And say I want to power it off. I don't want to power it off immediately when the bike is turned off. I want to power it off, say 3 minutes after the bike is turned off. I can set the delay off. So that means once the bike is turned off, the dash cam will still receive power for an additional 3 minutes, right? I don't need all this, so I'm gonna cancel. Okay, and then you can monitor. And see, I'm nothing connected to 4, so it's showing me a fault. So the great thing about this is you don't need fuses. What happens is if there's a short in your wiring or something goes wrong, and what'll happen is it'll automatically disconnect that circuit only, and all the others will continue working. And you don't need to carry extra fuses on you. All you need to do is fix the problem, turn off the bike, obviously, fix the problem, and then turn it back on, and everything will continue working. Nothing to replace. You don't need to remove your seat. You don't need to carry extra fuses while you're traveling. So this is great. No fuses anywhere on my bike for my electric accessories. Okay, and next video I'll just show you what it sounds like. All right, let's take a look at the final result and take a listen. So the bike is off. All my accessories are off. Okay, so I'm going to power on the bike. Remember, I had a delay set of 10 seconds, so power on the bike. You can see my wireless charger is still off. Let's wait a few seconds, and it should come on automatically. So that I set a delay of 10 seconds, right? So let's wait. Yep, you can see it's coming on. So that means my wireless charger has been powered. My speakers, you heard that, my speakers got powered after same 10-second delay. And my Bluetooth controller also has power. Unfortunately, this damn device, I need to manually turn it on. So just let me do that. All right, and it's on. And you can see it's connected. And now let's play some music. There you go. So music from my saddlebag, as well as music from my front speakers, all from my phone. Perfect, let's pause it. Paused, right? Music all works. Let me power off the bike. And my accessories are powered off, everything off. And the Amplink is still on, but that will turn off in a minute or so. Perfect.